The log is off.
And good evening, Martin. How are you doing?
Good evening, Dan. Feeling a bit tired tonight, but
Precious.
it's a Friday night, so I'm going to try and
You
make the best of
feeling
it.
all right?
Bit of Elton. Coming off the back of a good football win as well.
Yeah, a surprising one. I was sat there going, "Oh, we're going to get beat here," and then.
So do you want my little bit of? So I'm for the listeners. I'm not a particular great football fan. I support Morecambe locally, and I'm not really a massive fan. I don't mind some of the international stuff, but I've got to say I watched the first few games of the Euros, and I thought it was dull as dishwater.
It was boring as hell.
So anyway, obviously I watched it on the quarterfinal and quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was much better as well, but as a non-footballing person, I put a bet on at the beginning of the Euros. Would you like to know what my bet was?
Was it England to win the Euros?
Well, it was a threefold and three singles.
Mm-hmm.
So I did England to win the Euros outright.
Yeah.
I did England to play Spain in the final.
Yeah.
And I did... I can't remember, but it didn't. I can't remember the third one, but it's gone. I lost on it.
So how much do you stand to win for
that? Right. So I'm a big spender when it comes to gambling. So I put £1 on.
Yeah.
And I'm due to take home £4.50.
Mate, what's the point of putting £1 on anything? That's like what kids bet on.
I like the flutter, not the. I like the excitement of the bet. That's what else? What, I'm not going to put a tenner on or something like that.
Just so you would Vegas, go on the slots, 20 pence in, lost, right?
Yeah,
home.
I'm honestly if I ever go to the races or anything like that, I take my money. I've got me £1,000 that I take. I'm only joking, not really £1,000. If I go to the races, I limit myself to no more than £5 per race. And I take enough cash for £5 of every race on the card, put it in one pocket. If I win, winnings go in another pocket. Never the twain shall meet.
That's not gambling.
£5 is about as much as I want to part with.
Yeah. I mean, I occasionally bet, but I don't anymore because I lose. So.
Yeah, exactly. So why lose more than the pound?
Okay. That makes sense, I suppose.
So we're so apologies if it's a little bit lower energy this one because I've got I have had a couple of drinks actually.
Why would it be low energy?
I'm just feeling tired after the week. It's been a tiring old week. Hey, listen to this. So I've just been to Zzz's. No, I was thinking Pizza Express. It wasn't Pizza Express. Zzz's. Yeah, is it Zzz's? Zzz's?
I don't know what you mean.
Restaurant? Like a chain restaurant?
Oh, like a pizza chain?
Yeah.
Like an Italian food? Is it Zzz's? That does sound right, yeah.
So they brought out and it's one of those places where you go and sit down and when you sit down they put like a tray of like snacks on the table for you to start with. Like, when you sometimes go to a Mexican or something and they put tortillas down.
Mm.
So they put down like baked pasta, like pasta crisps, but I think it's like baked pasta. Weird.
Like overdone pasta?
Yeah, like crunchy pasta.
I like that.
But it was all right actually. It was quite good. But so Zzz's. I had a burrata pizza with Wagyu beef. It was very nice.
I think pizza should be simple, man. You should just have something like a bit of pepperoni on that.
Cheese and tomato. Fucking hell, mate. You are so fucking dull. It's unbelievable. I don't like ice cream with bits. I don't want toppings on me pizza. Why don't you just you're having a go at me for spending £1 on a bet? Why don't you live a little bit?
But do you know what I used to do as well, right? So this was one of my rules in life. I don't have it now, but it was. So if I'd go anywhere new and they had, when you go like somewhere like a pub and they've got a menu, I would always get the chicken burger because my theory was I like chicken burgers, and if you fuck it up, like it's quite hard to fuck a chicken burger up, isn't it? But if you fuck it up, I know to never go to that pub again.
Ever.
Ever. So if I went back a second time, I might try something different. But my chicken burger was always like the measure of the food. And Sarah pointed out once, we'd done this in 5 or 6 different Wetherspoons, and she was like,
"Never been
you
back."
do realise Wetherspoons the same chicken burger wherever you go.
Basically, it goes into a deep fat fry for 5 minutes, and then comes out and goes onto a bun with some mayonnaise.
Yeah. I love a Wetherspoons,
Well, listen, before we get into Wetherspoons, I can't remember you being this fussy as a kid.
I don't think it's fussy. I think it's simple.
It's almost like you're prudish all of a sudden.
I'm not prudish. It's just simple. Do you know what I don't like? Being disappointed.
Yeah, but disappointment's just part of life these days, I think. I think as you get older, the more disappointed with everything you become.
Well, that's true.
Literally, sometimes I feel like I can't be sated because I'm so dissatisfied with absolutely everything. Literally everything. Like, hey, on a bonus, my bathrooms are getting fitted. Whoop, whoop. But I'll be disappointed when they're fitted.
Yeah.
I know it.
We had a guy come round to do a fence in the back garden. And he was lovely when he came round. And I was like, promised, the promise, like, oh, we'll get it done like this and we'll get it done like that. And he did everything he said. And then I was like, there's got to be something wrong with this. There's got to be some disappointment here.
Yeah.
And
you just can't
he didn't do anything wrong.
You can't live in the minutes, can you? It's just you're waiting for disappointment. Just waiting. Yeah. Speaking of disappointments, what about tonight's beer?
Don't say that.
Well, this is one I've not actually had, but it comes from a brewery which I really, really like. Shall we crack on with it?
Yeah, let's go first.
So this is a beer from Marble Brewery, one of the Manchester brewers that became very popular sort of probably about 10 years ago now, a bit more even. One of the first craft brewers, really good, excellent cask beer. They do still some of the best cask beer you can get. Well, this is a little bit off-centre for them. This is a Lime and Coconut Gose. Now, we have had a Gose before, or a Gose, as some people call it. Do you remember what's special about the Gose?
Yes, because you told us before we came on air. It's salty.
It's got a bit of salt, a bit of coriander in there. But, I mean, Lime and Coconut, for me, absolute classics. I love both of them.
Yeah, I do as well. I think the two are the best flavours. And also, I've just seen something on the can. It is inspired by the playful lyrics of Nilsson's iconic song. Is that
hence it's
the
called Nilsson?
The coconut and drink it all up. Is that? Do you know that song?
I'm not sure if we're going into cancel territory there.
Why?
Because you sounded mildly racist.
Song?
Mate,
doing a voice.
We live in woke times.
But that's the song, isn't it? The Nilsson song.
Well, next year we'll be reading Mein Kampf.
Well, because I sang Lime and Coconut.
You got to be very careful.
All right, okay.
I didn't actually tell everyone it's called Nilsson, so that probably makes sense. But I've never heard that song that you were singing in my entire life.
It's in, have you seen Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah, but not for a long time.
It's in that.
Right. Let's show me your glass. Oh, look at you with your fancy glass.
The Brinkburn Brewery glass. Got for Father's Day. Oh.
IKEA.
I think we've reversed roles with the glasses. You seem to have just not give a shit anymore.
No, I just pick a glass that's... I like to mix it up. Clean. Clean. I'll drink a lot of water at work, but look, my Lake's Brew Co. glass has got water in it. Oh my God, this smells delicious.
It does smell really nice.
Do you know what?
Really
I'm quite thirsty.
Oh, look at
that. I reckon this will be an absolute
That looks
quaffer.
amazing. Oh, mate.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. So this is like slightly hazy. We could go back on the piss scale with this, really, couldn't we?
Yeah.
In fact, I'd be quite happy if my piss was that colour.
Well, you're supposed to have little tinge, a little tinge of yellow in it, apparently, because that means you've got electrolytes still.
Not a tinge of red, then.
No, I think that's beetroot or danger.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, man. I can't actually do a second one because look how much I've drunk off the first.
I don't know how they've done this.
I reckon Go on. I'll let you.
You get that refreshing hit of lime. And then once you finish drinking, all of a sudden coconut kicks in.
Back end of like coconut, isn't it? Like creamy coconut.
So nice. That's really nice.
That is. Honestly, I could drink that during the day at work. Could you?
Have it in one of the big sippy bottles.
Yeah, in a meeting just. Oh my god, that is good. So this is only 4.2%, so it's fairly relaxed as far as our beers have gone of late. But my goodness, I think that's one of the best tasting beers we've had.
That is exceptional.
I have to say, it's not particularly Gose. Oh my goodness, sorry. So sorry. It's not particularly Gose-ish, because it doesn't have the like saltiness to it, but it's got such a nice flavour.
It must have some salt in though, because that would kick your arse with the citric and the coconut if it didn't have something in savoury.
Oh my god, that is so refreshing. Really good.
Whew.
Mine's not quite as cold as I'd want it to be.
Yeah, mine isn't either. I probably should have put it in the freezer, but I didn't. So it's been
mine's been in the freezer, but it's if that was ice cold, that would be absolutely fantastic.
That's really good, isn't it?
So tell me what you were going to say about Wetherspoons, because I cut you off and I didn't mean to.
Well, so recently I went to Sheffield, as I've discussed, and I think probably the same with the food. I'm not very adventurous. I like safe. So every time we saw a pub, it was like, should we go in here? And it's like, oh no, that looks rough. What about in here? Oh no, that looks dirty. What about in here? Oh no, there's too many ruffians. And then I see a Wetherspoons, I'm like, we're in there. Because you know what to expect, don't you? You know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Type of beers you're going to get. You know what food you're going to get. You even know what plate it's coming on.
Well, have you seen these rogue red plates that are doing the rounds at the moment?
No, that would freak me out.
Yeah, so it's exactly the same plate, but they're red. And there's like a big conspiracy theory going on about if you're getting that, you're getting a test plate and stuff like that. But apparently, they used to do kids' portions, and the kids' portions were trialled on red plates, and then they got rid of them, but some of the restaurants kept them. There you go. A little bit of a Wetherspoons fact there for you.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know what you mean about Wetherspoons. So, I mean, Wetherspoons hasn't done brilliantly for beers and for breweries, but you're guaranteed a good pint of cask ale. Guaranteed.
Yeah. And it's,
every single time.
And I know people's problems with it and the owner's a dick and stuff like that, but mate, there's something about going into the pub, knowing it's like McDonald's, I suppose. Anywhere you go, you're going to get a similar experience. But what I really love about it, and these guys were the pioneers of this before COVID, with the app. So you sit down at the table and people bring you shit. And I love that. I love it.
When we've been out, you've insisted on using the app despite no one being at the bar, which I just don't get.
Sometimes being sat 4 foot away from the bar.
Yeah. Sometimes it's harder to use the app than it is just to walk to the bar.
I think at one point we were stood at the bar and I was like, I'll get these. And you were like, no. Just ask.
Well, last time we were in Wetherspoons, we actually had quite a good drinky poos, didn't we? We went quite adventurous and we tried all their cracker stuff.
Which I think we got through because there wasn't like that many, was there?
No, it wasn't. It was a bad show, really. But I think we ended up on. Did we end up on? Was it Leffy? We ended up on
Leffy, yeah.
from the pump as well, which was nice.
Which wasn't that long after the episode we did on Leffy, I think.
Yeah, good. I think that's why I am with hotels now as well. So, when you go on like Booking.com and stuff, and you like find these hotels, you've never heard of them, but they've got good reviews. Again, along with everything else, I'm just left disappointed usually with the hotel I pick. I don't think you can go wrong, and this is and when I work away, I do this a lot. I don't think you can go wrong with a Premier Inn and a Travel Lodge. You're getting a good shower, you're getting a good bed, and that's all you need. Yeah. I don't watch a telly particularly in bed or anything like that.
No,
I don't need a desk to sit at and work. If I'm away for a bit longer, I might want a desk and stuff. But I just think good bed, good shower. That's all you need. You're always clean, and it's always got good towels.
Have you ever stayed at the Ritz?
No, I once stayed at the Ritz in Amsterdam, but it was a dodgy knockoff, and I stayed in the basement. So
I saw this thing once on the Ritz, and it looks shit. Like the rooms look shit. Like it's like really old fashioned in the rooms, but it's like obviously it's like £700 a night or something.
I think it's more than that.
And I just think sometimes rich people are stupid. They're paying just for the experience of staying at the Ritz, aren't they? Like to say they have.
Yeah, I've stayed in some decent hotels many times, but usually with work. But I'll get into this in a bit. But we've just come back from Belfast. But when we were in Leeds as well, we stayed in a hotel. So what I'm all about now is just picking a chain. So my chain that I always pick now is IHG, which does like Crown Plaza and Holiday Inn and all that sort of stuff. And you know exactly what you get. The dog's going crazy. I'm sorry, this will be on the background.
What's it doing?
It's wagging its toy around and I can't catch it. I can't catch it. And again, you just know exactly what you're getting. You know there's going to be a bar in the hotel. There's going to be something else. You're going to be able to get a meal if you want it. It's going to be close to the city centre, etc. Oh my God. I'm going to have to shoot this dog in a second.
Would you ever choose a hotel for a swimming pool?
Nah. Do you know why? Wet clothes.
You wouldn't use it.
Wet clothes.
Wet clothes?
Yeah. I don't want wet clothes in my face.
Well, you don't go in the pool and you close your dick.
No, I know that. No, but like when you're packing.
Oh, right.
God, you've picked a hotel because of a pool, haven't you?
Yeah, we did that once. We'll go to New York, and I purposely picked this hotel with a swimming pool and paid extra for it. Got there, the pool was closed.
I've been to some hotels where so what I can't stand is if it feels dirty. If a hotel feels dirty, then that's awful. That is it's soul destroying. We once went to a villa in France, so the whole family went, and we arrived, and we got in there, and the villa was nice. It was in a nice garden, had a lovely pool in it. The actual building was quite nice. It was quite comfortable, but it was dirty inside when we got there. There was like stains in the bath and stuff. And I mean, France is a bit like that anyway, but oh shit. Is that another cancel?
Yeah, it's all right. I don't care about French people.
And so I was like, and me and the wife, so we'd driven there. So we'd been driving for like 19 hours or something like that. And all we wanted to do was just relax and have a drink. So the next day, the caretakers came around to make sure everything was all right. And they left us a bottle of wine. But they were English, and they immediately got on the offensive when we said it's not
really
up to our standards. And said,
was it like four in a bed?
It was. I'm telling you, I'm just constantly dissatisfied in life. But to be fair, you don't expect me to, after a 19-hour drive, turn up at a place and then cleaning it so you can go and get showered and go to bed. So. Yeah. So we so they got really, really defensive about it, and they said, "Well, we left you a bottle of wine." wife said, you can shove your bottle of wine, just clean up.
So that answered everything.
I mean, wine is the answer to everything, I think. But this one was, it was awful. So I've just come back from Belfast, mate. What an amazing city!
Is it?
It's fantastic.
It's always been one of them cities. I'm like, I've always fancied going, but I don't know why.
Yeah, well, I've kind of always wanted to go and never been, and it was absolutely brilliant. The city centre is like, like kind of small, so you can walk around it and you can go to different areas in it, and you're only ever a half an hour walk from anywhere and stuff like that. It was brilliant, honestly. Pubs were good, beer was good, we had some decent food, it was reasonably priced, it was really good.
Yeah.
Went to the Titanic Museum, amazing. Absolutely amazing, the Titanic Museum.
What can possibly be in the Titanic Museum?
Oh, it's about a ship that sank.
Jack!
They've got a model of the front bow of that and you can recreate the photograph.
Really? That's pretty cool.
And the building is 4 points. It's like a square building with 4 points off it. And from the top, it looks like a star, which is the White Star, which was the shipping company. But I didn't know this, but the actual columns that go up are actually based on the front of the Titanic. So they're 4 noses of the Titanic. It's amazing. So Titanic Museum was excellent, and then we did a open top bus tour. Can you get any more touristy than that? It was brilliant. No. It was absolutely brilliant. So we got a hop on, hop off one version of it. So we actually got the bus to the Titanic Museum, got off, went to the Titanic Museum, and then got back on at the Titanic Museum and did the whole rest of the tour. And I took you up all the troubled places and stuff, and gave you loads of history on it. Honestly, it was amazing.
Good. Is it safe, Belfast then?
Yeah, crazy safe. Right. So we went up the Falls Road, where all the trouble was. We could, and
the Trouble. It was called the Troubles.
The Troubles were, yeah.
You said trouble and troubled. It's Troubles.
Troubled.
Which is a mad thing to call it, isn't it?
The Troubles. It's accurate.
Well, yeah.
No, so it is a bit weird when you're going down. It's like driving through a council estate. So the whole bit's like driving through like Washington actually, like old Washington, and but you're driving down obviously in an open top bus. So they're just about to start their marching season, which I think starts in the middle of July or something. But on the lead up to it,
season,
when you do all the orange marches and stuff. So they were just about to start that, but we're driving up the Falls Road and down the Shanklin Road, and there's people having parties in their garden, just waving at this open top bus, gawping at them. It was a really surreal kind of thing, but they were loving it. They were just everyone was just well up for it. So yeah, so absolute top recommendation, Belfast. I really, really recommend it.
Cool. Yeah, we're looking at somewhere to go in the summer, actually, but I don't think it'll be that far afield. Did I tell you my hotel story? So, just after COVID, but everything was starting to open up again, but people were still sort of masking up, but you didn't have to.
Yeah.
So we decided, we were sick of being in the house and all that. Sam was probably about 11 at the time or something like that. So we decided to go to just a hotel nearby in Sunderland because it had a pool and all that, and we could do whatever. I think there were still restrictions on leisure centres at the time. That's why we did the pool thing. And so anyway, we went in, got the room and stuff. It was fine. Went in the swimming pool, and there was a couple in the swimming pool who were wearing masks in the pool.
Mate, you missed an absolute perfect in there. Why did you not say heavy petting?
But they couldn't. They had masks on. They were bombing. They were running around the pool. But what was funny was
in a pool.
Yeah. So what was funny was there was a sauna, and they went in the. So they were walking by the side of the pool, were holding hands, and they had masks on, but the paper ones. And they went in the sauna, They were in the sauna for about 10 minutes and came out, and I thought, you can't go in the sauna with a mask on.
I can't go to the sauna with my lungs, never mind with a mask on.
But then they came out and got in the pool, and they just started doing the breaststroke alongside each other with the masks on. And I think everyone else in the pool was just sat there going, which was strange. And then the other thing that happened was, on the room outside, right outside the room, there was an ice machine, right? Not many hotels have them. You know, but you go, you book it, get your ice, take it to your room. But my son had seen.
Thank you for explaining what the ice machines are.
But just in case no one else has had that luxury in their lives.
Mate, you've just confessed.
Ice is cold water.
Hang on, you've just confessed that all you eat when you go out is chicken burgers. I'm not sure you were able to set the mark. I'm not sure you were able to set the mark for posh nights out.
Fair enough. But there was an ice machine outside. But for some reason, my son had watched this thing a couple of nights before, and it was this horror story about the ice machine in a hotel, and anyone who used the ice machine died. So I'd gone to the ice machine, come back, and it was like, he was terrified, and like it took a while to get out of him what was wrong, and he went, I saw this thing, Dad's gonna die.
I mean, there's probably like legionnaires in them and stuff like that, but
well, that's true, yeah. But
it always amazes me how dirty water is. Like, the bathroom surely should be the cleanest place on earth.
Because it's where heat water sits.
So what you have to do is you have a shower, and you have showers, and then eventually the showers make the thing dirty, so you clean it with a shower. Just seems bonkers to me.
Good point.
Just don't get it. Don't get how that works. So have we had any? We've had a few comments come over the last few days. Did we have any takers for our specials, our 3 specials that we're going to do? Because I think we're going to go into them soon, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we promised it for this episode with the 3 Imperial Stouts, but no one mentioned anything on the socials or on comments or anything. So I think we'll probably save that for another time.
Okay, so I think
we're coming up to the end of season 2, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
So we're going to have to think about what we'll do next season.
Well, I think we definitely need to get on and do our do these 3 Imperials, or the 3 that we said we were going to do. I think we should definitely do that. Yeah. So maybe we'll earmark that for not next time. Maybe what have we got left in us? About 3 more episodes, something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
maybe 4. So
it's basically how much beers we've got left off the last order.
We're coming to the end of our stash. So I think we'll start thinking about that. We'll get bought in. Also, for the listening public, we don't necessarily only record 1 episode per night. Now, if we have 2 episodes and then we do the 3 Imperial Stouts, all hell could break loose.
Yeah, it might be funny.
It might just be a big slurry nonsense, because we've been there before as well.
Like the New Year special.
Still my favourite. Right, so let's get into this beer again then. So I've actually basically finished mine, as you have.
Hang on. Have I got some in the can? Yes, I have. No, I haven't.
So this was. Let me hold this up so people can see it.
I've just poured the dregs of that into the glass and drank it, and that's where all the salt was.
Yeah, well, if you read the can, it says, pour slowly to leave any sediment in the can.
I was reading the can before, and you told us that for blackface or something, so I didn't...
So this is Marble Brewery, Manchester Brewery, Nilsson, Lime and Coconut Gose, 4.2%. We didn't can art it. And I actually really like the can art.
Yeah, I do as well. It's tropical.
We've got some, well, we haven't now because it's become a storeroom, but in our little sitting room that we've got, which was like meant to be our telly room, we've got a wallpaper which is not dissimilar to this. I don't know if that's good or bad. And we sit there with blackface. No, we don't. So, yeah, we've got wallpaper. So I do like that can. So anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. So Marble Brewery, Nilsson, Lime and Coconut Gose, 4.2%. I think we know what the answer is, but Dan, is the lager on or the lager off? Right, first of all, you've just scared the shit out of us for doing that. Second of all, I've told you a million times that will not show up on the audio. So it will.
So you basically I fixed it. It'll work. It's fine.
I honestly really jumped out of my skin there. I didn't know what was happening.
I just can't get it right, can I? Right.
No.
So, but that's going to be a thing now, so just get used to it, and I'll get it right next time.
You won't be... Okay. Right.
Hang on. Ask us again.
So, Dan, is the lager... I hope you're... Right. Hang on, no. I hope you're amusing yourself because you're not fucking amusing anyone else. All right?
I just saw that and I couldn't resist. Right, I'm sorry. Right, that's the end of the sound effects.
If I start speaking again, you do a wah 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 sound effect, then I'm gonna be really, really annoyed.
Okay. I'll not do it.
Manchester Marble Brewery, Nilsson, Lime and Coconut Gose, 4.2%. Dan, is the lager on or the lager off?
The lager's off.
The lager's off.
You still didn't do it right.
How? I did do it right.
So I'll tell you what I heard. You went, the lager's off. And then it went...
Oh, shit, I didn't do it right.
Off.
Right, I'm sorry. I'll get this right for next time, I promise.
Don't bother, because all I can hear is you clicking your bastard mouse.
All right.
I can see the mischievousness in your face.
Right, okay. I'm not going to do it again. I just need to think about it next time. That's all.
Okay, so we're another brew down and another lager's off. Fantastic.
Yeah.
This has been an interesting night. And a quick episode, I think. It's like we'll bash this one out really quickly. But
yeah.
You're going to have to stop doing that. You're going to get a reputation. What did I say last time? I said like big one or something, and you went, and you just did it again.
I'm sorry. I'm going to tell us off. I've got a soundboard I'm excited about. You're telling us off using that. You're telling us off for doing eyebrows at rude jokes.
You know, we've talked about The Boys before.
Yeah.
Well, The Boys came up with something in the last episode. Not the last episode, the one before that I've just watched. And it was the funniest line I've ever heard, but I think it's too rude to say.
All right, I've seen those and I don't know what you mean.
It was about lacking depth and warmth.
Okay. I can't remember that.
I'm not going to do it. If anyone wants me to say it, then you're going to have to put it in the comments. Okay. So, on that note, mate.
Yeah.
I might go and try and seek out another one of these cans because it was absolutely delicious.
I know. They are really good.
On that note, logger's off. Good night.
All the best.
Cunt.
The log is off.